It won't work. Ah! Good morning guys, Myles here, back again for another video. Now today we are actually doing a video that I've been asked about heaps of times in the past year or so. We're actually going to be doing a video on how to do the Xman mod. Now if you guys don't know what the Xman mod, that's this here. Myself personally like to ride 4 pegs, and I also like to ride the square decks. Of course, when you have a square deck, you have a square back. To run 4 pegs, you obviously need to cut away here. So that's what we're actually going to be doing today. Now to do that, you guys are going to need a couple of things. You're going to need an angle grinder. You're also going to need a couple of other safety gear, which I'm going to get to a little bit later. But first of all, I'm just going to explain to you guys how I came about this idea and what made me want to do this. Neighbors. Alright guys, so I actually got this idea off someone by the name of Logan Fuller. Now if you guys don't know who Logan Fuller is, you need to stop watching this video and go watch a Logan Fuller video. He used to ride for Addict, he now rides for Aztec and with Wilco. He is an absolute street god. This guy is an amazing rider. I'll put a link in somewhere of Logan. He's just insane, guys. I actually met Logan Fuller back at the end of 2015 and I saw his scooter and he had cut away on just one side so he could run 1 peg. Now because I started riding for Analog Scooter Co, I wanted to ride 4 pegs, so I pretty much took his idea. I pretty much took his idea and I applied it to both sides of my deck. Now at first I was kind of worried about the strength of the scooter, because obviously by cutting away here and here you're reducing the strength of it. But as I found out in this deck here, which is my first deck I ever did it to, so a TSI Paramount, you guys can see that the back is still perfectly intact and it actually snapped at the head tube. I learned then that the back is not actually going to be weakened a lot by cutting that away. Then we moved to this deck here. Now you guys might have seen this deck in one of the Syndicate Street Stores video. Casey Lang, his scooter check, this is the deck he used. Now he got this idea off me. He didn't want to cut it so much like this. He cut it a little bit closer to where your actual axle is. But we can see that Casey cut it very, very thin. So he almost cut it right to the edge of the deck here. Now what actually happened, because he did that, if I roll this over, you can see that there's cracks here and here. So he actually cut it too thin and it started to break, which is why we've put these extra steel inserts in there so it doesn't break. Now I haven't actually ever ridden this deck, but you guys will see that in that video. I'll put a clip of that video in right now as well. TSI Paramount deck, modded it a bit, cut it on the back, got rid of the flaps on the side, grinds more sturdy, fly those, but I can't do them. Makes it easier to get to the bolts, even though you don't need it with the Paramount. So we now know that obviously this works, this doesn't work so well, but we can do it and it's not going to affect the integrity of the back of the scooter. That's pretty much the backstory behind this modification. Now, when you guys do this, if you want to do this, I strongly recommend you get someone to help you out. So don't do it yourself. If you have a parent, grandparent, someone who knows how to use a power tool, please get them to help you out. Myself and Kane, who's behind the camera, over the age of 18, we're responsible for what we do. I don't take responsibility for you guys wanting to try this. If you want to try it, that's awesome, but make sure once you do this, guys, you can't go back. So once you do this, you can't obviously weld the back of the deck back together. So it's got to be a decision that you want to make. So cool. That's pretty much it. We're going to get into actually doing the mod now. Obviously we need a scooter that we are going to do this to. Now Kane has a 4.8 Jabba Wolf flavor deck, so obviously that's where we get the Wally Jaspers from. Now you can see that the back of it is still original, still got the deck ends in there. We can see that the axle does stick out quite a bit, so we're gonna fix that problem by cutting that. So yeah, obviously he's got the same deck as me.
Yeah, boy.
Hardcore twinning.
Yes. Are we filming?
Yeah, I'm filming you.
Yeah, sweet. we're done.
Like this video if you like pizza.
So obviously now we need to mark up where we're actually going to cut the scooter. Now I've done this on my own scooter before, so I already know what size and how much I want to cut away, whereas if you guys, you might have a slightly different deck, might be a slightly different size peg, all of that you got to take into account. So I've got my ruler. I know on this that it's about 3 centimeters length that way, so about the length of the peg there, or the width of the peg I should say, and it's about 3 centimeters, 3 by 3. So I'm actually going to do this on Kane's deck now. I need to take into account where this edge is here. We can see that that's the actual edge of the deck, so I don't want to cut right there. We can see on mine I've left about 3 mil or so. I'm going to just line that up about there. I'm just going to put a dot, so I'm not actually going to draw any lines just yet. I'm not choosing very good pens. I can't actually see. I can see that. Okay, cool. Once again, okay, so we're about 3 centimeters, so I'm just going to draw a line right there. So there's my first line there, and of course I'm just going to join from here to here. Make sure that that's like that, and draw another black line. Alright, there we go. So that's our part in which we're going to be cutting. Alright guys, so we've got the scooter in the vise. Now I know this is probably not the best of setups, but it's all we have to work with right now. It's nice and stable though, so we're not going anywhere, so it'll be nice and safe. Now remember guys, you do need to be wearing your safety goggles when you do this.
We can't.
You win. Just kidding guys, remember you do need a proper pair of safety glasses now.
Yeah, I would put the blue ones back on.
I got long hair, obviously I don't want to get my hair caught in the angle grinder, because that would be bad.
Wow.
Oh, look. Probably look amazing right now.
Yep. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Earmuffs, also needed. I'll pop these on when I start grinding. So we're going to get right to it guys, got the angle grinder set up. And let's do it. Let's make an Xman mod.
Let's send it.
Let's go. So you can see now perfectly, this peg's going to go straight in there. It's going to fit nice and snug.
Sweet our love that never ends.
And we have the Xman mod.
So we pretty much just finished up the scooter now. It's looking really sick. You can see we finished it up there. I gave Kane one of my old analog pegs. It's pretty smashed up, but it does the job. We've still got the original axle still in there, so Kane's actually going to come into Scooter and Skate and buy a new axle. But other than that, it turned out to be a pretty good job. Scooter's looking awesome. That pretty much wraps up the end of the tutorial video today. I've just chucked my Tom K tilt wheels on. They're so sick. So, what do you think?
So good.
We're actually going to go head up a local skate park, Pacific Paradise. We're going to do some clips there, show you guys how it goes.
Broken eyes wide open to the signs, and your bitter taste is such a nuclear waste of time.
Alright, so we're finally here at Pacific Paradise. It's actually pretty packed. Something about me and going to skate parks and just kids being everywhere. That's alright. Okay, we're gonna get some clips. The boys are here.
We're all
Oh, sweet. So what did you just ask for, buddy?
If I could get your signature.
He wants my signature. Where do you want it?
Right there.
On my scooter. Alright, my first ever signature. Here we go. There you go.
Thank you.
There's your pen. All good. That's it. Alright, so we've actually come to Bly skatepark now just because the other skate park was pretty filled up. So we're actually just gonna have a bit more of a ride here, and that'll pretty much wrap up the session today. So let's get going. And I snaked him. I was gonna land that throw on your face. You weren't in sync, bitch. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial on how to do the Xman mod as well as the clips that followed it. It's been a real pleasure doing this video today. I really enjoyed actually teaching you guys how to do that, so hopefully you will do it if you want to. Just remember guys, be very careful when you do that mod yourself. Don't take responsibility for what you guys do. So let us know if you do it, how you go. Other than that, thanks Kane, thanks Yetta. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Keep an eye out for the next videos coming. And of course, follow me on Instagram. You guys know where that is. Peace out guys. See you in the next vid.